Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Coach Bill with Weight Loss Made Easy Solution. Today is Friday. Happy Friday for a lot of you. Get a couple days off this weekend. Hope you're going to enjoy it with your families. Hey guys, today is like I said, is Friday, so I'm going to give you an update on my 6-week diet down that Emily and I are doing to get us ready. To get somebody ready either for a photo shoot or even to get them on stage. I've accumulated probably a couple of years worth of research and went through it all to come up with a plan, a meal plan, and time eating. Of course, we drink hydrogen-rich water also. That would focus on not starving us and focus on escalating fat burning, especially those of you that are 40 over who have belly fat. Kind of like a meal plan or a plan that is like you would get, like you'd want to get ready for a photo shoot, or you want to get ready to go on stage, but not have the side effects of those types of diets that do get you ready like that, because they cause you to, they starve you basically. They cause an imbalance of hormones. They cause metabolic damage to the body. And they also cause your certain hormones to be unbalanced, which makes you moody and hungry all the time. And so I've been keeping you guys updated on that. And the first couple of weeks, I really liked it a lot. I was seeing some great results as far as energy-wise, keeping my energy up high. It's always high anyway. My recovery, my working out in a fasted state. With my blood sugars down to either the high 70s, mid 70 range, ketones are up, not being hungry at all. I've had the first couple of weeks, I actually had to force myself to eat more calories during my non-fasting days, because I'm doing this program is interval or is actually alternate day fasting. I really like alternate day fastings, but I was on here last Friday, guys, and gave you an update on my progress. And I told you guys, if you remember, you can go back to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, Mabry, subscribe to it, look back at the update, and you'll see that I sabotaged it, not thinking that it was going to really, my blood sugar would be affected by what I did. Come to find out that I am and I knew this, but I figured I was deeper in fat adaptation. So by being deeper in fat adaptation, I figured this wasn't going to bother me. You guys know I talk a lot about true fasting, which means when you're during your fasting window, 0 calories at all. The only thing you can have is your coffee, which I have here because I am in my fasted state now. Or water with sea salt. It helps to regulate the hormones that cause you to be hungry, or tells your brain you're hungry. You're actually not hungry, you're thirsty. And the sea salt helps to balance, adds more electrolytes to help balance your imbalanced minerals at the cellular level. And that's going to help regulate the hormones that cause you to be hungry. But anyway, I told you I sabotaged it, and I sabotaged it by 2 things. This is what really sucks, is a lot of you probably aren't as sensitive to carbs as I am. I wish I wasn't. My wife is not. She could do what I did to sabotage my 2 weeks. She did that. It did not affect her blood sugar at all. Did not affect her ketones at all, that much at all. But me, it's a different story, and it's just the way it is. It's just the way it's going to be. So I have to be more consistent and strict. But all I did was just, I might have had a couple times a week or maybe 3 times a week on my last meal. You guys know I like to stay around 20 grams of carbs or less on my last meal, and it's all veggies. We don't eat starchy foods. But what I did was I probably did a couple times a week. I know I did maybe 30 grams of carbs, maybe 35. The rest of the time, my last meal, I did 20 grams. But what I was doing, and I think this is what tipped me over the me over the coffee cup, or whatever you want to call it, is I was having a fat coffee with heavy cream in it, a couple tablespoons, around 7 or 8 at night. And it was fat. It was no carbs. It was very, I mean, in heavy cream, very little fat at all, but it's heavy cream. So technically, and I've preached this over and over, and I didn't think it was going to affect me that much, but technically that is going to break my fast. So on my fasting days, you guys know, on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays are my fasting day. I like having my last meal at 2 o'clock. And then we fast until 12 the next day. So that gives us about a 22, 23-hour fast. And then, of course, on my non-fasting day, I break my fast at around 12 o'clock or so, 1 o'clock. And we have at least 2 meals that day and a snack. So I'm actually at higher calories. So I should probably call it my higher calorie day, because technically I'm fasting anyway. So that just works for us. But what happened was my blood sugars were starting to rise. So I was doing that for 2 weeks. And at the end of the 2 weeks, my fasted, when I took my blood sugar at the end of my fasting, my 23-hour fasting, it was up to 97, 98, and that's just not how my body works. I mean, I'm mostly, when I'm doing it right and correct, my blood sugar is down in the mid 70s. My ketones are up, and I'm in fat burning. Basically, that's where my body feels the best, at fat burning. But it creeped up to 97, 98. I even had one that was over 100, which I hadn't seen that in, gosh, a long time. I don't remember I mean, I just don't remember when I seen it last, but it was a long time. So obviously, I was not in fat burning as deep as I wanted to be to get the results I'm looking for in this 6 weeks. So I had to think back, okay, what am I doing? And obviously, I mean, I was breaking my fast at 7 or 8 at night with the heavy cream. But I didn't think that was going to bother me, because see, Emily, it didn't bother her. Her ketone levels were staying at high 70s, 84, but on her fasting day, she was still down in the 60s, mid 60s. Now, normally on my fasting days, when I measure after a 23-hour fast before my meal, I'm around 61 to 67. You guys have seen the videos. I proved it by doing the blood glucose test. I've showed you on my live videos where I'm at on a fasting day. Well, I was pretty sad, because at the second week, I was up at 94 on a fasting day. That's just not good. So anyway, so last Friday I told you guys that I'm going to have to do some adjustments this week in order to get my blood sugar back down to where I want to be, and my ketones back up to where I want to be. Now, you guys also know that you've heard me talk about each of us, our bodies are different, and that includes my wife's. We're different. Now, most of the time, because Emily and I have been fat adapted for so long, we are utilizing our ketones at the cellular level, and you have trillions and trillions of them. And so our ketone levels aren't going to be like most of you. They're not going to be in the 1.6s, 1.10s, or 2.0s. My normal, when I'm in a fasted state and my blood sugar is down to 61, my glucose level is going to be probably about 1.8, 1.9, because my body utilizes the ketones in the blood much, much more than basically Emily does, or most people does, which is a good thing. I mean, I'm utilizing the body. The ketones are like rocket fuel to me. That's why I recover so well after training hard and not eating for 23 hours. But what happened was, because my blood sugar was up in the high 90s, my ketones were down in 0.1, 0.2, and that's not good. That's not in an environment that I really particularly want to be in if I'm trying to lose body fat. So anyway, I made some adjustment. I completely stopped having the fat coffee on my fasted days at all. No more fat coffee. I then, on my last meals every day, if I see on my fasting days, I have my last meal about 6. I made sure I was 20 grams or less, mainly less this time. So I made mainly less. Then on my fasting days, when I had my last meal at 2 o'clock, I didn't have any fat coffee at all. I just had black coffee, but I did have 2 or 3 glasses of my water, my hydrogen-rich water with my pink sea salt before I went to bed. So I had up to 3 glasses probably. And then of course Wednesday was my higher calorie day, my non-fasting day, and I did the same thing on Wednesday. I had most of my carbs, guys. You guys know most of my carbs come from veggies or my green protein powder or whatever food I eat. I had most of my carbs at my first meal on my non-fasting days. But on my last meal, I dropped it down to 20 and less, mostly less. So yesterday, this is, Thursday, I decided Sunday, I had my first meal at 2 o'clock, and I fasted till 12 the next day. Checked my blood sugar. It actually dropped down to, and my meal I had at Sunday at 2 was a 20 or less grams of carbs. So my blood sugar dropped down to about 89, I think it was, which is pretty good. Monday I had my higher calorie day. I fasted till 12 o'clock, which gave me about an 19-hour fast. Well, then Tuesday is my fasting day. So what I did was I had my first meal. I was at 2 o'clock. Didn't have any calories at all till 12 the next day. Checked my glucose level, and it was at about 87. So it's starting to go down, but still not at the level that I normally want to be at. So then Wednesday I actually went till 2 o'clock before I had my first meal. So I did a 20-hour fast. Didn't check my glucose level though. So then Thursday I went ahead and did a 23 one-hour fast, which means that I broke my fast at 23 hours, and I had a 1 hour window to eat food. So I checked my glucose yesterday at 23 hours, and I was back down to 67, which made me happy. So now my blood sugar is down to where I want to be in a fasted state. Checked my ketone levels, and they were the normal. They were 0.8 or 0.9, which is where I want to be anyway. Because like I said, I'm utilizing more of my ketones, so I'm not going to be as high as most people out there. So then I went ahead and my glucose was back to normal. Now, so today I decided. So last night my meal was a high-fat meal, so very low carbs, very low, small portion of salad. And so today I decided to not break my fast. This is my non-fasting day, so today I decided not to break my fast until 20 hours, which is in about a half hour. But I am having my coffee before I break my fast. So I'm going to go ahead and do a blood glucose level today, and let's see where I'm at. Let's see if I'm back down to where I want to be. Let's see if I'm going to be happy, or is it going to take another week of being real strict again, which it's going to. I'm going to do it anyway. But anyway, so let's go ahead and pick a finger here. And let's go with this finger here. All right, let's draw some blood out of here. Okay, here we go. Make sure I get enough for my meter. Should be enough, I hope. I'll turn my meter on. All right, here we go. Put that in there. Get a little bit more blood. All right, here we go. So let's see what we got here. All right, there we go. Okay, am I going to be happy or am I going to be sad? I am really happy. 78. Well, guys, I finally got my blood sugar back to normal. It took a little adjustments, but I now realize that what I can do and what I can't do, and how foods affect my blood sugar. So what I'm going to do here is I've been documenting this stuff for the last 2.5 years now, and I'm documenting this 6-week diet down. So I'm putting it into a doc. One of these days, maybe I'll write a book about it. I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to go ahead and document my glucose level here at 78, and I know for a fact now what I'm going to have to do. I also know how everybody's body is different, and like I said, it kind of sucks that my wife can have a yam, and then 3 hours, 4 hours later, check her blood sugar, and it's still down to normal, where she goes right back into fat burning. I just can't do that, and I have to realize that. And that if I do a higher carb meal for some reason at a friend's house or at a family event, I'm just going to have to do a couple 23-hour fastings that week to bring my blood sugar back down to my non-fasting day. This is a non-fasting day, okay? Which is I'm really happy with this. Okay, I'm really happy. So anyway, guys, I hope you saw some value in there. I'll keep you tuned in on my next couple of weeks, how my 6-week diet down is going. You guys can go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to it, check out the other updates that I've done. You can also go to my Weight Loss Made Easy Solution Facebook page. I have these videos on there also. I also have some of my fat burning recipes on there. I'm going to post a new one probably this afternoon. My daughter-in-law made us a keto or a primal meal, a high-fat meal. It was phenomenal, and I told her I'm going to steal it from her. It's that good, and I'm going to put it in my cookbook. But I'm going to go ahead and put the recipe in my Weight Loss Made Easy Solution Facebook group page, and it'll be in the downloads. So all you got to do is click on those on the downloads, and you'll have all the different scientific research and videos and recipes that you can print out and try yourself. Okay. So guys, looking forward to talk. Oh, by the way, there was what was I gonna? I was gonna talk about my new video. It's going to be pretty exciting. I don't remember. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day.